Hey everybody, good Saturday morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay. Eddie William Sellers coming to you this morning, sitting here at 7:34. It's still not quite fully daylight outside, but it's daylight enough to get a little light coming through to make me look pretty and all that. But Ava and I and Jill and Savannah fly up to New York later today, so we're going to be up there mostly all week and in New York City and. Um, Savannah's on school break. So, anyhow, everybody, the Morning Post this morning, seeing in black and white. According to Google, 50 years ago, 90% of Americans were Christian. Well, not exactly. 90% identified as Christian. All sorts of people identify as Christian. It doesn't actually mean they follow after the commandments of Christ. Lest we forget, the KKK was a Christian organization. MAGA has become the resting place for modern-day bigots and racists. I know some of you Trump voters out there that hear this or read this post. You'll say, "There is not a racist bone in my body, Eddie William Sellers." To which I would tell you, you're deceived. Google also says that in the 1950s, 90% of America was white. Today, it is more like in the 60% range. Now that America is less white, it is time to do away with our system of government and make sure white people hold on to power. We now have an openly bigot president and an administration filled with white people who are hostile to all brown-skinned people. This is typical white people stuff. I know. I am white, and I have been around white people my whole life, Southern white people. Somewhere around 10 years ago, I quit identifying as Christian. It was a little weird at first. It was like throwing away an old Bible that was tattered and falling apart. It always felt like blasphemy to throw away a Bible, no matter how tattered and falling apart it was. My Bible that I preached from for all of those years, and I had all of those highlights and notes and scribbles all throughout it. It was kind of like my night-night blanket, a comfort to me, the old Bible. Like a child that would get his night-night down and cuddle with it sometimes. I left it out one afternoon on the sofa, and when I came home, Boom Boom had torn it into 1,000 pages and scattered it all over the house. He was just starting out in his Baptist journey. Baptists always did have a hard time lining up with the Word of God. Today is no different. Years from now, people will look back on this part of history, and like the KKK, people will say, "Can you believe that MAGA supporters back then were Christian?" Or at least they claimed to be. The reason I quit saying I was Christian was because I believe if Jesus was walking around on earth today, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, that the last thing he would call himself would be a Christian, or MAGA, or a Trump supporter, or believe in pray the gay away. And now, with MAGA rounding up the wayfaring strangers and dragging them through the streets of America, whatever happened to that old saying? What would Jesus do? There is a great power struggle going on in the country right now. They want us to believe it is between progressives and conservatives. It is not. It is white people losing control. And they have to rile up people to war against each other as they do away with our democracy in order to hold on to power. This is a white Christian nationalist movement, MAGA is. White power in full display, hostile to any other shades of people who are not white. White people are slick like that. Always have been down through history. They have always gotten away with it in the past. Will they again this time? Good Saturday morning, sweet people. In the picture over on my Facebook page, My eyes are still healing. They're getting better and better, but I put a picture over on my Facebook page of me currently and then my eyes before I had surgery. And I've come to realize I can see better, bigger. It's like I went from a little TV screen that big to a big old 50-inch TV in 4 HD or whatever they call it. Oh, anyhow, Eddie, shut up. Get off this thing. Quit worrying people. But anyhow, y'all, love y'all.